Hello again and welcome back to The Front Row, a minor production of the First Congregational Church in South Pekin, where our intent is to bring snippets from our Sunday morning message into your week. And we're going to pick up right where we left off yesterday, which was the instructions that are given to our school-aged children in today's society when they are faced, if they are faced, with an imminent threat in the classroom. They can run, they can hide, or they can fight. And they're instructed to execute on those three options in that order. In other words, if you can get away, if you can run, that is what you should do. Always try to get out of this imminent threat situation first. If you cannot run, then find a place to hide, hunker down, make sure you are not seen. Try to avoid the threat if at all possible. But in the worst case scenario, if you cannot run, and if you cannot hide, then you've got to consider fighting. And I find it interesting that in this biblical narrative, God could have responded to Herod's threat any number of ways. He could have eliminated Herod. He could have turned Herod's spirit. He could have put up a warrior angel to protect Joseph and Mary and Jesus. He could have done something similar to what he did in the Passover, to where when the soldiers came, they just passed on by wherever Joseph and Mary and Jesus were staying. But no, by an angel, he instructed that family, the Holy Family, to run first to Egypt and then to not go back to Herod's son, but actually to go into the region of Galilee and into Nazareth. So these were both moves to fulfill prophecy for one, but also to avoid the threat altogether. In today's society, for some reason, we have this ego-driven bravado that thinks our first reaction should be fight. That we always have to fight to stand our ground. And in some cases, we need to actually approach someone else and encroach on their ground in order to protect our ground. This is the world's view of how to approach these tragic, evil situations. But I think there's another perspective that we need to at least consider. And we see it played out in the Christmas story late in Matthew chapter 2. At least something for us to deeply consider in our spirit. Blessings to you. Have a fantastic rest of your Christmas holiday season, but don't neglect the message that comes at the tail end of the Christmas story. It comes in the form of tragedy and response, of evil and response, but there are lessons to be learned. Blessings to you all. Bye-bye for now.